Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video and back with another episode of my little unboxing spree I'm on recently because I received so much mail throughout the past week. And what we get here today is a little envelope coming in from Greece actually, and if you've been following my channel you might recognize the name of George Mastrokostas, who is actually the head of the Sound and Silence label, which have been sorting me out for years actually with their new releases and recent releases. So Sound and Silence is, for those who are new to the channel, like a staple within the Greek ambient scene kind of. They started out when they started to send me stuff, it was like very harmonic, ultra harmonic, floating ambient sound mostly in their releases, but they have like opened their spectrum a little bit. Have a little bit of post rock in there, have some vocal things in there, have like occasional dance floor tracks in there when you consider like ambient techno or romantic house as dance floor, but mostly still in the ambient electronics realm. And this seems to be their new releases actually coming in, so let's dive in quick and dirty to like check out what they sent me. And all of those releases of course will be reviewed on my website Nachtasyl, which is linked down in the description box, of course, like all other social media things, I guess. Twitter, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, the secondary YouTube channel, BANDCAMP, whatever. So let's have a look and get those out here. A hefty stack of actually 3 new releases, which is a new one, I guess, and I guess they're like reaching their 3-digit realm this time, because I guess the last releases were like catalog numbers, I guess 96, 97 or so, so they must be at 100 right now, so which is like a big achievement for like an independent label. So what we got here, as the first one, is Test Card Channels, and actually it's Sound and Silence 102. The promo sheet looks like this, and Test Card is a name that is familiar to me, not only because Test Card has been a magazine book format for alternative music and experimental music, but also as a project that has released on the Sound and Silence label. So this is a project of Lee Nicholson, based in Vancouver, Canada, which is returning actually to the label with this one. Has been like a member of Preston's Formula 1 in the 90s and has been a member of Domestic 4 in the 2000s, and has released on a lot of labels like Fierce Panda, Liquefaction, Empire, Invicta Hi-Fi, which is strangely familiar to me, but I don't remember if I have any releases on the label and stuff. So on Star Harbor as well, and it's the 5th full-length album of the project. 90s experimental lo-fi electronics are referenced, post-rock is referenced, and particularly 7-inch singles on labels like Earworm, Jonathan Whiskey, Awkward Silence, 555, which actually sent me promos back in the day. And I guess on one 555 recording single from 2001 or so, there is some artists gave me a shout out on the back of the single, and I have still a kind of CD compilation of the 555 recordings label somewhere, which is really great. I gotta listen to this again, but we are like digressing from what I'm actually doing, like unboxing. So Test Card, here is the super beautiful front of the CD, like an intricate drawing. Opens once again with the, like all Sound and Silence releases, with that typical flap mechanism. This is catalog number, not catalog number, this is number 052 of 200 releases. So yeah, they have a limited thing, like most of the time 200 CDs and hand numbered and stuff. So Test Card Channels, here is the actual CD, and we got a track list as well, which usually goes along with the artwork as well. Very minimal and interesting type font here, very clean, very well, minimalistic kind of, but well suitable for this one. So I really like that. This is like 10 tracks, no track length given, so could be a long one. Let's have a look if we can see anything. Well, hard to say. Usually you can like see like a bit of a change in tone when the from where the data is and where the data isn't, but not really visible on this one, so this might be a surprise. The next one is, probably we're going backwards in terms of catalog numbers. Sound and Silence 100, various artists, These Clouds, so they're celebrating their 100th release with a like various artist compilation thing, a compilation in celebration of the album label's 100th release. 18 exclusive new tracks by an equal number of great artists with a total duration of 80 minutes. Some of the artists have already been important members of the Sound and Silence family all these years, and some are new, I guess. Compiled and mastered by George Mastrokostas, which is the label head I mentioned earlier. And well, some familiar names in here are Panoptique Electrical, Yellow Six, Green Kingdom, Half Tribe Sign Rider, Absent Without Leave, which is actually George Mastrokostas' Worried About Satan, which is definitely the best artist name ever. So I've done a video on that particular unboxing thing, and well, I'm gonna link this in the end card, of course. And hainbach, my old friend, is on there as well. So this is, I hope to see like a hainbach release on Sound and Silence, which would be great, because well, I've been knowing Stefan since well, which is the actual name of hainbach, for like 15 years, 20 maybe even. So These Clouds, beautiful thing on the back once again is the Sound and Silence stamp, of course. This is number 145 of 500, as you can see here. So if the flap goes up, there's always like the hand numeration there, and the actual CD, clean cut and minimalistic as always. And the full track list is here. So always comes with this kind of inlay thing. And there's also a little bit of like text by George Mastrokostas about the label's journeys, and a lot of like links to the artist as well. So this is like an interesting additional read here. And the final one we got is a name that I recognize from like a glance at the CD. Sweeney Corporeal Sound and Silence 101, to be released, or has been released on May 1st. Jason Sweeney from Australia is back on the label, and he has been like released on the label under his name, and also as Panoptique Electrical, which I've mentioned also for the 100th anniversary compilation, 5th full-length album under his own name. 18 tracks, 58 minutes duration, and once again like electronic voice phenomena, immersive techniques, generate sound and lyrics. So we got a little bit of vocals in here, and based on what I can see is like paranormal material like collected from various sources. He then like set about to compose tracks and all that kind of stuff. So this seems to be a little bit more of a darkish, spookier release maybe, which is unusual for the label, but well, this is like a change. And this is the full track list. I reckon this could be more in the dark ambient realm, and the cover kind of leads to that conclusion as well, with this kind of like, I don't know, what this exactly is, a photograph, but I don't know, this is a kind of linotype print, whatever. I'm not too familiar with like printing techniques. And once again, well, hard to see the stamp on the back, like black on dark gray. And this is copy 32 of 200. Once again, I'm going to show you the CD as well. corporeal, white and clean, and here comprised of a lot of found sound and additional information in here as well. So what is used here is vinyl and turntable, bass guitar, a spirit box, Ghost Tube X, the Ghost Tube app, field recordings and found sounds, an SM58 microphone, memory boy pedal, 10-track mixing decks, a Roland SP404, the Holy Grail pedal, Ableton Live 11, piano, and a little bit more. So if you're interested in that, pause the screen here to read all that. And there is also a little bit of a lyric sheet maybe, which might be hard to read, but looks like this, so very dense and condensed. So here we go, 3 new releases on the Sound and Silence label, and I'm extremely pleased to find Hainbach on there as well, because, well, that's a combination I thought of like for a long time. So this totally makes sense for me from my point of view that Hainbach is featured on there as well. So which is double, twice as interesting as a normal Sound and Silence release, even though I enjoy like listening to all of those for sure. So I'm gonna review those on my website Nachtasyl. Once again, link down there in the description box. If you like this kind of sound, like ambient, dark ambient, there will be a link to my album, which is available on cassette on BANDCAMP only. It's called In MACROSPACE and is like based on like extensive vocal processing. It's very dark ambient, death ambient like, and I'm gonna link another unboxing video for the Sound and Silence label in the description box as well. So I'm out, gonna go into editing mode. See you in the next time.